So you're a parent who's trying to figure out how to get your kids prepared for daylight savings time. It's that dreaded time of the year where we have to spring forward and we know we're about to have very cranky kids. So I have a few tips. Hi, my name is Dr. Jessica Meers. I'm a board certified sleep psychologist and I'm here to help you get better sleep. So what to do with kids, daylight savings time. First, we're not going to sweat it. It's not going to be perfect. We are going to have cranky kids, and we ourselves might be cranky the day after the adjustment, and that's okay. We're going to cope ahead. We're going to plan for it and have some strategies to deal with that. What to do when it comes to sleep, though. Here's briefly what I'm going to do. First of all, my kids are going to go to bed at their normal time Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, the clocks are going to change, but they're still going to wake up at their normal clock time, which will actually be an hour earlier than what they're used to. Yes, they're going to be tired. Yes, I'm going to actually have to wake them up rather than them getting up on their own. But this will help set the stage for a more efficient transition. So they're also going to keep their regular nap time. Going by the clock, they're going to go down for nap at the same time. This again will be an hour earlier than what they're used to, but because they woke up earlier, hopefully that'll be okay. I am going to be really diligent about ending the nap at their typical clock time so that hopefully they'll be tired enough for bedtime. And finally, I'm going to split the difference in terms of their bedtime. So I'm going to actually put them to bed half an hour later than what they're used to, which is going to help them because it's only going to be half an hour earlier than what their body time thinks it is, I hope. So just to review, they're going to wake up at their normal clock time, which is going to be an hour earlier for them internally, but they're also going to keep the same nap time by clock time. And so the only difference in timing to their schedule I'm going to be doing is at bedtime, which is only going to be half an hour later. So that will be what I do over the weekend. Now I'm going to always be aiming for them to go to bed by about 7:15. So throughout the week, I'm going to be gradually pulling that back by maybe a few minutes every night. I'm not very rigid about this. My goal is always to get them down maybe 5 minutes earlier the next night and then maybe 5 minutes earlier the next night. But things with kids, it's very hard to be rigid. And so I'm going to go with the flow a little bit with that goal in mind. And kids are highly resilient. They're going to adapt fairly well. And more of it is about learning to kind of deal with the crankiness that will happen Sunday morning when they have to get up early. So like I said, we're going to be planning ahead and we're going to plan for a cranky day. And I feel so much more equipped to deal with that when I can plan in advance. So we'll plan some outside time. Hopefully the weather will be holding up and we'll try to get fresh air and distractions. The distractions for us right now is bubbles. So we'll be out blowing bubbles. We might visit a park or something like that. But we'll know that it'll be a rougher day. But a rougher day over the weekend is easier than a full week of trying to get regulated. And so my goal is to kind of make it quick and efficient in terms of their adjustment. But again, I'm not going to harp on it. I'm going to stay somewhat flexible and I'm going to follow their cues. So if they're not seeming tired enough for bed, 5 minutes earlier, then I might wait and do 5 minutes earlier the next night. So I'm not going to really rush it. I'm going to follow their cues. And I'm also not going to stress if they feel cranky. That's what I'm planning to do. But what's best for you could be totally different. So I want you to kind of follow my lead if you want to. There's many different ways you can do it. For some people, they like to start early, a week early or so, and bringing bedtime back by 15 minutes every night. That's a great way to do it. Other people just have the hard and fast rule of you just stick to the clock time and you hope for the best. Really, it doesn't really matter. What I want you to know is that all kids are going to adjust and they're going to be a-okay. You know your own kid. Let your knowledge about your kid be your guide. Okay, I'm here if you have questions. Let me know if you need support during this time, and good luck out there.